Boom shakalaka, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters around the world. It is your boy Chris Yule, aka the Esoteric Noetic, aka the Chocolate Nubian Soul Brother. We're going to discuss the four archetypes based off of Robert Moore's book, Warrior, King, Magician, Lover. There's a good chance one of four of the Ninja Turtles in the display photo spoke to you. Was it the warrior, Raphael? Was it Leonardo, the king? Was it Michelangelo, the lover, the party dude? Or was it Donatello, the magician? Well, often it's not so much who you aspire to be, what you want, but who you are in times of tribulation, in trials. When you are confronted with difficult situations, often you see a side of you that represents you on a deeper level. And I think a good test, a good exercise is to ask yourself this. Given a situation where you're facing some kind of adversity or you're in some heated moment, you're at home right now, and you hear screams next door. You hear a lady screaming. It seems as if she's been accosted by some guy or a group of guys. Now, is your first instinct to run there, and you see the woman being accosted, and you stop throwing punches, you beat the shit out of the guys like a warrior? He who is quick to confront, to use the tools of war, does not shy away from physical or verbal confrontation? Or do you tend to be the king, he who assesses the situation, tries to figure out what is going on, goes around the door, knocks on the door, tries to find out what the trouble is, and then tries to determine whether or not he should use those fisticuffs, or perhaps have a conversation, or perhaps use another approach, get the authorities? Are you the lover? Someone that wants to have a good time, someone that assesses this situation. First instinct wants to calm things down. Goes around, knocks on the door, throws a joke. Are you guys acting? This sounds like a new movie. Can I join in? I'm an actor as well. Someone that wants to be the rainmaker, make people laugh. Or is it the person that, are you the person rather, that tries to use the tools of the mind, the magician, assesses this situation, and tries to manipulate the situation and the people involved? Goes around the corner once again, knocks on the door, says, "Hey, the police are just around the corner, guys. You probably should stop whatever it is that you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to get in trouble." This will often give you an idea as to what your archetype is, how you act in times of distress. But the truth is that we all have elements of these characteristics within who we are. A lot of us are warriors, but we are also kings. A lot of us are lovers, but we're also magicians. And you have a look at each archetype, starting up with a warrior. There are good qualities and there are bad qualities. The warrior can be too aggressive, is too quick to judge, to confront, abuses their physical force, or makes false claims, is too quick to argue, therefore creates too many enemies. But the other side of the warrior is when someone becomes too lacking to confront the challenges in life. The kind of person that says, "I don't want to say that. It might hurt his or her feelings." People like this tend to weaken at the sight of confrontation. They get this swell up in their heart. And as Achilles said, this is why no one will remember you. But it's important to have a balance of this, to realize that there are different situations that require different attributes. And this is what the king does. The king tries to find the center, tries to balance all of the archetypes. It's often the most difficult archetype to achieve because we are so many different things, and in order to have balance, it's an ever-growing challenge of trying to move with the ebb and flow of the universe. Nonetheless, it's something that we need to master if we're truly to master ourselves. The king is represented by blue because blue represents calm, control. And in order to control the archetypes, you need to control yourself. And then, of course, we have the magician. And the magician is someone that is inclined to use their higher thinking, that can tap into the creative force to manifest ideas into this Euclidean meat space, is able to create weapons or create ideas like Donatello, the engineer, is very intelligent. However, is so intelligent that the downside is sometimes they become manipulative. They understand how things work, how people work, and are able to play factions on a string. They get caught up in this control, manipulation game. Controlled opposition. Like a lot of the figures within the New World Order, they understand people so well that they can manipulate them to do their bidding. Of course, this is the nefarious side of the magician. But the other side is someone that doesn't want to honor who they are, doesn't want to honor their brilliance. They get caught up in the humility game. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so people don't feel insecure around you. You're born to manifest your brilliance, your divinity. And the magician, if he goes too far to the other side, can often lose sight, not wanting to acknowledge his genius. And we all are geniuses. We all have the ability to manifest this. Let's not forget that these are all aspects of us. We have all of these qualities within us. But often we tend to focus on one, when truly what we're looking for is synthesis, is balance, to bring them all together. Now, the lover archetype is something that gets overlooked because a lot of people think, what's the point of having fun? Michelangelo, the party dude. We'd often think of him as the person that was never taking things seriously. Well, people often forget that one of the most important things that you can do is to learn to enjoy yourself. Life is not about doing what is hard and then having fun. Life is about loving what you are doing, and that leads you to win. When you apply passion into what you're doing, you don't need that kind of discipline because passion is stronger than discipline. Enthusiasm is what wins the day. Enthusiasm, emotional content, to smile, to laugh in the face of adversity. That's the element that the greatest heroes have because it spurs you on to never stay down. And a lot of people think that by burning yourself, by working harder and harder every single day, that'll bring you closer to your goal. But in actuality, you will burn yourself out. That's why it's important to have the lover dynamic to some extent. Every once in a while, you need to take a step back and enjoy yourself. Smell the roses, reset yourself, and that will allow you to, once again, get back to where you are. Now, of course, on one side, the lover can become debaucherous, too addicted to life, caught up in the sex, the drugs, the rock and roll. And this can lead to a lot of problems. But on the other side, the lover can also become too depressed, doesn't want to get caught up in life, turns within to the point where he or she does not want to express himself, have fun, and therefore falls into darkness. Once again, it's about finding balance, about finding center. So ladies and gentlemen, something to keep in mind, regardless of whether you are a warrior, king, magician, or lover, realize that you have it within yourself to attain all of these different archetypes, and it's about finding balance. Realizing that you are a spectrum of all of these different attributes. You possess this red flame of war, willing to confront the adversities that life throws at you. You also possess control, the the blue flame, the ability to take a step back and reassess things and figure out what the best course of action is. You possess the ability to be happy in any situation if you really take a moment and appreciate what you are grateful for. As represented with Michelangelo, the happy-go-lucky, represented by orange, fun. And of course, you have it within yourself to tap into your mind towards your creative faculty, like Donatello, represented by purple, dealing with the higher frequency, intellect, mind. You have this within yourself. We are all these things and more. Ladies and gentlemen, freaks and geeks, peace out, keep it real. Remember that you are a warrior king. You are a magician lover. You are a philosopher king. You are a lover warrior. And you're a princess all rolled up in one. Until next time, this is your chocolate Nubian soul brother, the esoteric Noetic, signing out. Ow!
What is liberty?
What the? Who says you can't build muscle on a vegan diet?
What's it like being a hottie in the vegan community?
There are no political solutions, only technological ones.
The economics of the system don't allow multiple competing systems to survive.
Engineering, technology, these arts of humanity, they are magic.